One of my interests in the world as Mahdi Shaheeb Sher is the 1 year Israel war. I think we've had the 1 year Israel war for the past year, so that's a new issue in the world and for the Middle East. I think that we've got a ceasefire, but I think that with this 1 year war, it's lasted for a year, so it has some momentum to maybe last a little bit longer, and it could go on for another year. So I think that's one of the issues with the 1 year Israel war, that it's lasted for some period of time. And I think that one of the reasons behind this in terms of a political level is that Israel seems to have moved its capital from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, and that's causing some kind of a world event. I think if you look at history, the Jewish people have never occupied Jerusalem in more than 2,000 years, and now in modern times, with the negotiations between President Donald Trump and President Benjamin Netanyahu of Israel, we've had a modern issue where the Jewish people of Israel have occupied Jerusalem, the Holy Lands, and this is very significant for world events because, as I've said, it's never happened in over 2,000 years. And even then, they didn't occupy the whole capital as a country, perhaps just as a capital itself. So this is probably the most significant Jewish occupation of Jerusalem in world history. And that is very significant for the world because a lot of civilizations have contentions with the Jews, with the Jewish people, and a lot of countries have contentions with the Jewish people of Israel. So I think that it is quite a controversial aspect, and I think it is causing a kind of a ripple effect in terms of seismic political events around the world. I think Jerusalem is important to the three main religions, Judaism, Christianity and Islam, and it's kind of like the foundation of those three religions. That's where those three religions were founded. So that's why it's the Holy Land, and that's why it's very, very important in the world, because three of the biggest religions in world history come from Jerusalem, and they're all 1 billion strong religions. So I think that the fact that there has been a modern occupation by the Jewish people of Israel in Jerusalem is kind of creating some kind of unprecedented world effect. And this was created when President Donald Trump, when he was first president of America, travelled to Israel to meet, and Tel Aviv to travel to Israel to meet President Benjamin Netanyahu, and I think that he suggested the idea that perhaps Israel could move its capital to Jerusalem, and that's a very unorthodox and a very unusual suggestion to make. I don't think anybody's made a suggestion like that, but President Donald Trump has made a suggestion like that in a very unusual way. So I think this is America involving itself in the Middle East again, and it has created problems in the Middle East. Not only do we have a 2,000-year change in Jewish people of Israel occupying Jerusalem and the Holy Lands, we've also got a 1-year Israel war as well, and we could have also lost the two-state solution as well. That's very important for the Middle East. a lot of countries support the two-state solution. But I think for some reason, we have a different focus now, and Turkey is concerned, Lebanon is concerned, Egypt is concerned, Iran is obviously very concerned, and I think these four countries are kind of up in arms as to what's going on in Israel. They do have serious kind of concerns with Israel, and they've made a lot of military and political endeavours towards Israel. So I think that's one of the dangerous things in this, is that we do have four countries, Egypt, Turkey, Lebanon and Iran, that are very aggressive towards Israel. So that's one of my interests there. Thank you.